Greece, homeland of one of the most important things. It's Greek cheese. To be fair, when I was researching throughout the whole internet, I had no clue what modern Greece had to offer than it being the most innovative place to help me with my pasta recipes and for making the most delicious Greek yogurt on the planet. But that's not the point here. Greece is probably most well known for their glory days in history, like those Greek mythology books with those hot statues. I mean, just look at those abs. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. But first, let's get to Greece. So the year was 480 BC and life was thriving in Greece. Artists began to transition from archaic pottery style to more classical statue-based art style. It's where you start seeing statues from looking like it's their first interview for a serious job to more a dynamic composition where you start to see movement or drama. It's also where you start to see their idealism in their in-depth studies on anatomy. Like, this would take me years to master in my drawings. And this classical time period would continue on until 323 BCE. Now, this is probably one of my most favorite art periods, called the Hellenistic period. It's where Greek artists begin to show some strong iconography and some really well done depictions. Most notably, more drama. Now, I know I didn't talk about too much about the classical period, but we can make a direct comparison of the Hellenistic period to the classical period to show what they do different. Let's first talk about this statue. This limestone statue is well known on the Greek mythology story of Laocoon and his son. To summarize, the Greek god Athena sent snakes to them as a punishment for throwing a spear at a Trojan horse to foil the Greeks' plan, thus ending up killing them. You can see on the statue there is a giant serpent biting onto Laocoon wrapped around his sons. There's also some composition going on where the whole statue gives a triangular shape pointing up towards Laocoon's face. Even his sons are facing towards Laocoon, being the main subject of the statue. This is where the use of drama comes in. His face says it all. He is in agony, he is in pain, he is in despair, all those sorts of emotions that are being shown on his face. Now, compare this to a classical artwork like the limestone statue called the Discubulus, or even any of the classical statues like the Diphorus, Diphorus, I don't know. They're all calm. You can also see where the hairstyles are also different. The classical period has this kind of cloudy, patternized texture to it, whereas the Hellenistic period shows kind of a more realistic type of style. Now, I could get into all the little details from composition differences and the details and all those sorts of stuff, but it all gets summarized into the Hellenistic period looking way better than the classical period. So that's pretty much Greek art from classical to Hellenistic periods in a nutshell. And if you don't mind me, I'm gonna go back to making pasta. Hey, thanks for watching, and to my professor, all the sources will be down in the description down below. Yeah, I could have added more stuff to this, but this project has been taking 8 hours straight long. Yeah, so I'm pretty much done with this project. Anyways, Jana.